Pleased to have Bishop Brian Williams of Hope City Global on the west side here to kick us off with a word of prayer.
Good morning to everyone who's here. It's an honor to be here in solidarity with people of like faith. So I would invite you, if you feel so inclined, to join with me in a word of prayer. But our Father and our God, we come before you to acknowledge that all power comes from your hand. And so while our hearts are temporarily relieved for this moment, we turn our attention to you, the sovereign Lord. And we ask you, God, today for our hearts to be reminded of your heart for the least of these. And across this nation, as so many people have been gripped by fear, we ask you that you would relieve that fear, that you would allow justice and righteousness to break forth across this nation, and that Columbus, Ohio would be a model city to America of what truth looks like when lived out. In Jesus' name, amen.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Council. Thank you, Mayor Ginther. Thank you, Councilwoman Lourdes, for allowing us to convene today. My name is Yola Lamar. I'm a community advocate in Columbus. There are no words that are sufficient to express the immense gratitude in my heart to see the commitment to justice, unity, and solidarity for the Haitian community and immigrant neighbors amid lawless ICE raids. Our city, Columbus, in the state of Ohio, has made the news in complex discussion of immigration. And I am certain we'll make the news again with our level of commitment to our neighbors, safety, and community. Yesterday, with much anticipation and anxiety, Haitians all across America waited for a decision from Judge Anna Reyes, along with efficient national attorneys and key organizations such as Haitian Bridge Alliance, ACLU, TPS Alliance. We journeyed to the U.S. District Court in Washington, D.C. on January 4th and to the Appeals United States Court in California on January 14th, fighting alongside Venezuelan neighbors. Let's be very clear, this fight is far from over. Let the verdict of the judge be an invitation to lean forward and not lean back in complacency. Let's be clear about something else that's necessary. The president has targeted Haitians since he took office. Instead of allowing Haitian refugees fleeing from natural disaster, armed conflict, and famine, he actually wanted to remove 6 months of legal protections from these immigrants. You see, this is a mass display of injustice. It's contradictory. It's because this is not about simple immigration enforcement. This administration wanted to cut off 6 months of legal duration in the United States while championing a message that we're after the criminals and we're after so-and-so, yet the result of family separations and children being detained. This is not about legality. TPS recipients are extremely vetted, are ordered to report their address, and cannot have criminal convictions. When immigration enforcement is reduced to meet a quota, it's injustice, not order. Although TPS is temporary, it has not been abused. TPS is a status where a country's conditions must qualify. In the courts, we have seen there was not sufficient argument to terminate TPS for Haiti. The U.S. Embassy in Haiti is shut down, and the United Nations have expressed tremendous concern for the country's condition in Haiti. The demand for TPS is a reflection of an unfair, broken immigration system, and additionally, detrimental foreign policy that continues to destabilize Haiti. TPS has been a fundamental core principle utilized as a humanitarian measure by both Democrats and Republicans. This is not about partisanship. This is about being an American and optimizing our freedom and living up to who we are as a nation. We're better than this. In conclusion, it is important to note that this was a temporary injunction, not an extension, not a redesignation of TPS, meaning no one else can apply to be protected, and there isn't extra time on this status. Only current beneficiaries have protection from deportation, which leaves thousands of other Haitians at risk and at a legal limbo. This fight is also not over because we have many other immigrant neighbors from different nations who just simply want a chance. 97% of Operation Buckeye were Latino immigrants detained with no due process. So we must execute action, allyship, and be an example as the great city of Columbus that we are. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Mayor Giffner, for giving your time. We'll have Mayor Ginther come up.
Thank you. Thanks for your leadership. Appreciate you. Good morning, everyone, and thank you all for joining us here today. This morning, I'm feeling grateful for Judge Ana Reyes's ruling, helping our Haitian neighbors to stably remain in our communities for the time being. I'm grateful to see examples of our democracy in action. The courts are protecting people. They're protecting our neighbors, preventing instability. Residents are speaking out loudly against cruelty. Their organization, their sacrifice, their courage. The pressure is working. Yet I'd be naive to say this campaign of fear and discrimination being waged by the federal government isn't working as intended. Many of us are fearful for what may come. For that reason, I'm here to reaffirm once more that Columbus is a safe and welcoming city, a lawful city. These values are not in conflict. The fact is, we don't know for certain what may happen next as it relates to federal immigration enforcement. We at the city are not in contact with federal law enforcement. These operations are federal actions. The city of Columbus did not request them and is not directing them. Our responsibility is to protect public safety, civil rights, and trust between residents and local government. I want to outline quickly 4 core principles that will guide our actions as we navigate this unprecedented time. First, I want you to know your city government, what we will do and what we will not do. Has been our policy since 2017. The City of Columbus resources will not be used for deportation or immigration enforcement. That is the federal government's responsibility, not the city's. The Columbus Division of Police officers will not stop, question, or detain someone just to determine immigration status. We will not deny essential city services based on immigration status. We will cooperate with federal authorities only where required by law or where a serious criminal matter is involved. Second, public safety depends on trust. I remain very concerned that these unwanted federal operations could erode the trust that our Columbus police have worked so hard to earn with our community. Fear-driven enforcement undermines public safety for all of us. We cannot allow fear to fracture neighborhoods or silence victims and witnesses. As I said, the City of Columbus does not use its resources to support immigration enforcement. That includes our 911 call center as well as our police, EMS, and fire first responders. It is imperative that our residents continue to feel safe calling 911, reporting crime, and seeking medical care. I ask our residents, please continue to call for help in times of need. We will be there for you. Third, I want our community to understand the standards we expect of law enforcement operating in Columbus. In a normal time, these things would go without saying, but it seems necessary today to be explicit. Our officers operate under clear rules that support fairness, accountability, and transparency. We clearly display identification and we use body-worn cameras during enforcement actions. Our officers are clearly identified and will always give you their name and badge number. These principles are what we expect from any law enforcement officers operating in our city. Fourth, and finally, I want to talk about home rule and local authority. Under Ohio's home rule authority, Columbus sets standards for how local government operates. We cannot control federal policy, but we can insist that local standards of accountability and dignity are upheld within our jurisdiction. My message to every Columbus resident is this: you are valued and you belong. My commitment is unwavering. We stand with you and support you today and every day. You belong here. You are valued here. You are loved by your elected officials and your neighbors. We'll continue to share information as it is available. We stand with all of our neighbors in every neighborhood of every background. It's my pleasure to introduce our city attorney, Zach Klein.
Thank you, Mayor Ginther. You know, it's really an honor and a privilege to stand here with all of these wonderful people from all walks of life in the city of Columbus. I think this is what makes Columbus so special, is the fact that no matter where you're from, where you live, where you work, that we're coming together at this time of crisis in our country to show that we value, we love, and we stand in solidarity with all of our residents, all of our neighbors, and all of our friends. Despite President Trump's hateful rhetoric that has caused so much division and so much angst, so much anxiety in our country. And you have to say, for what purpose? For what purpose? The words that are being spoken is the purpose that we're going to get all these really dangerous criminals off the street. But our own eyes, the data, what we see, contradicts that. Instead, we have mass roundups attempted to meet quotas that go after hardworking individuals who are paying taxes and have no criminal record. And that includes immigrants and American citizens that are being rounded up and targeted because there is no plan. It's chaos. And the chaos that we saw in Minneapolis can be replicated in any city across the United States. And us standing here in the city of Columbus is a loud message. We don't want that here. We reject that. We believe in each other. Now, my office will continue to do whatever it takes to protect the rights of individuals, to stand up for what's right, to educate what can be done in light of enforcement actions, in following the Constitution, just simply laying out the guidelines and principles of unreasonable search and seizures, the things that each individual in the United States has under the Fourth Amendment. You know, I do want to close something that I've been thinking about on a regular basis now. I got into politics and elected office because of my parents and the model that they set about giving back to the community, but also because of my faith. I'm Catholic, Christian, and I've been thinking, especially in these trying times, about Matthew 22. And Matthew 22 says, love your God with all your heart, your mind, your soul. And secondly, love your neighbor. Love your neighbor. And now is the time in our country, in our city, in our neighborhood, block by block, that we grab our neighbor by the hand, whether they're white, they're black, they're gay, they're straight, they're from Africa, they're from Europe. It does not matter. You grab them by the hand, you tell them you love them, and you're standing with them, and you believe in them, because that is the value of American culture, and it's the values right here in the city of Columbus. So it's my honor now to bring up my good friend, who helped organize this really important gathering. Thank you for the work that you're doing on council and in the community. Council Member Lourdes Barroso de Padilla.
So first, I want to thank Haitian Community Outreach Network, who really on Sunday gave us a call and said, we know that we have this impending ruling coming. We want to bring folks from the community together to really talk about what this means, no matter what the outcome is. So, and we said yes, of course. And we took this opportunity to not just say, it could have just been a bunch of elected officials up here, it could have been some folks from the Haitian community, but we really wanted to take this opportunity to say that we are standing together, shoulder to shoulder, activists, elected officials, community leaders, faith leaders, folks who work in our nonprofit fields, immigrants themselves, to say, this is not just about one of us, this is about all of us. This is about all of us. And while I'm one council member today, I know I speak with one voice. Many of my colleagues are here to say that you have a city that stands with you, that we have the same shared background and the same shared values. So I want to speak directly to our families, our workers, and communities who have watched with fear and uncertainty as immigrant rights have been challenged and uprooted. Yesterday, U.S. District Judge Ana C. Reyes issued a ruling in the case concerning temporary protected status for Haitian nationals, blocking the planned termination of TPS for Haitian immigrants. Her ruling preserves the work authorization and protection from deportation. And this is an important reprieve for the more than 300,000 Haitians who contribute to our communities, our schools, our healthcare system, our local economies. But let me be clear that this relief is temporary, as Yola said, and contingent, and is ongoing litigation. And it will not end our advocacy. It will not end our advocacy. Our nation has long benefited from the courage and the resilience of immigrants. Whether fleeing violence, natural disaster, or economic hardship, these families like mine, came here seeking safety and opportunity. They are teachers and caregivers and artists and entrepreneurs. They are our neighbors. And they are integral, we are integral to the fabric of this community and this country. And yet time and time again, we see policies and rhetoric that target immigrants with exclusion, fear, and dehumanization instead of fairness and humanity. The TPS program itself was created by Congress to offer protection where it is needed, when conditions in a home country make safe return impossible. It was not meant to be a political pawn, but a lifeline rooted not only in compassion, but law. So today, I call on our leaders at every level, in the courts, in Congress, and in the executive branch, to uphold the rule of law and to recognize our shared humanity. We must ensure that every immigrant has access to due process, to dignity, and to the protections that this country promises under our laws and our Constitution. This isn't just about Haitian TPS. This is about the principle that no person should be punished for seeking safety, for building a life, or for loving a country that in turn has loved them back by allowing them to stay. This is not about standing up for protection. This is about standing up for protections for all immigrants, regardless of nationality, language, or the circumstances that brought them here. Today, Columbus stands united, shoulder to protect our city and each other. To those who try to divide us by attacking immigrants, hear us clearly. Columbus will not be divided. Not today, not tomorrow, not ever. And with that, please welcome my dear friend, a member of the Commission on Immigrant and Refugees Affairs, and also a member of Haitian Community Outreach Network, Nadia Jean Jacques.
This is not a victory. This is just the beginning. The fight is just begun. Council member Lourdes de Padilla is my idol, and I get a chance to work alongside with her. And I am so blessed, grateful, and thankful to you all. Good morning, and thank you everyone who is here today. community leaders, advocates, elected officials, members of the media, and especially the Haitian family who are directly impacted. My name is Nadia Jean-Jacques, and I am an appointed commissioner with the City Council on behalf of the Haitian community. And I am also the Community Service Director for ACONET, the Haitian Community Network, as Councilwoman just mentioned. We are gathered here today with one clear message. The government must extend temporary protected status, TPS, for Haitians and all our neighbors and all immigrants in the United States. TPS is not a handout. TPS is a legal protection that allows people who are already here to live without fear, to work, to provide for their families, and to contribute to the community they call home. Haitians with TPS are essential workers. They pay taxes, they build lives, and they strengthen America, especially the economy. Ending TPS will not just harm Haitian families. It will harm our communities, our workforce, and our economy. It will force thousands of people into uncertainty, fear, and possible separation from their children. Today, we are calling on the administration and Congress to do what is right, extended TPS for Haitian immediately. And beyond that, we urge our leaders to create permanent solution for Haitian immigrants who have lived here for years and have proven their commitment to this country. To our Haitian brothers and sisters, you are not alone. We will stand with you. We will advocate. We will speak out, and we will not stop until justice is done. Thank you all.
Good morning. Thank you again, Mayor, and all our friends here. My name is Dr. Rosa Ifedi. I chaired inaugurally the Ohio New African Immigrants Commission, one of the first in the country. I'm saying that to say Ohio appreciates the presence of immigrants in this state. So we're not talking only about Columbus, Springfield, Dayton. Immigrants that are here to stay for a reason. So I do want to appeal to those who don't understand what this is all about. Because you do hear people say, no, it's temporary, they need to go. Well, it's also protected because the work is not done. Their country is not yet fit for them to go back to. And besides, as you will keep hearing today, they add so much to the fabric of who we are as a state and as a country. They are working, they are parents, they are employees, they are church members, they are one of us. So Haitians that are here, we encourage you to keep doing the right things you're doing already. I appeal to the rest of us as community, citizens, Americans. The presence of immigrants does not take away from you. It doesn't. You hear people keep saying, let them go. So if they go, are you going to now gain extra land or something? No. So I do appeal to the hearts and minds. As we just heard, love your neighbor is not a slogan. Many of us are Christians. And many of those who are opposing this are also Christians. I don't know which Bible you're reading, but mine says, the neighbor is not just that person you know sitting next to you. Your neighbor is the stranger that Jesus told us about, the Good Samaritan, the stranger you don't know. But because they do need some help at this time to help them rebuild, to help them keep doing the good things they do in the state, let's be good neighbors. Let's be good neighbors. Please, the administration and all those who support the administration, can we all be on the same page? This is the right thing to do. This is the ethical, moral, spiritual, constitutional thing to do. extend TPS, and let's find them even paths to settle and bring all their skills and abilities to bear in this wonderful country. Thank you very much. And with that, I'll introduce Representative Munira, please. Thank you.
Thank you. That was powerful. As tired as I am, I'm always in awe when I come into these spaces and see the amount of leadership in our city and the amount of solidarity and community and love, and that's what the city is about. That is a city that my family immigrated to. That is a city that I know, and that is a city we'll fight to preserve. Because today we're standing here as one community to stand in solidarity with our Haitian neighbors, because when one of us is under attack, all of us are under attack. When one of us is in pain, all of us is in pain. And what is happening right now by this administration is not only dangerous, it is unconstitutional, it is unjust, it is cruel. It tears at the fabric of our community, of our country. It does not make us better. No, it does not make us better. It does not make us safer. And let's be real, this is a distraction. This is a distraction of all the failed promises and the failed policies and the fact that we still have people, so many people in our country, this number is growing, that cannot afford food, that cannot afford medication, that can't afford to keep roofs over their heads. And so what happens when a failed leader is failing? They choose distraction, they choose harm, they choose hate. But we are here to say today that we will not accept that. We are choosing love. We are choosing strength over fear. While many of our neighbors are afraid, we are giving them strength. And we are reminding them that we are here together, that again, when one of them is hurt, we are all hurt. And so I want to remind you all, you have a place in this city. Every single member of this city has a place in the city. You belong in this state, in this country. We all contribute in our way. So please remember to check on your neighbors, to learn their stories. At a time where division is the narrative, we need to learn each other's stories and distract that narrative, disrupt it. Choose love, choose strength over fear. And ask one another, what can I do for you? How can I help? There's so much each and every single one of us can do. It doesn't have to be at a press conference. It doesn't have to be protesting. It could be anything. You could just give food to your neighbor. You can check your food pantry and see what they need. You can call your legislator. Please call your legislators. Please call your congresspeople. And as a state representative, I would be remiss if I didn't inform you all of the legislation that is happening in the State House that would put our communities at harm. And so please keep an eye on these legislation and call the representatives. I will direct you to Ohioans Against Extremism, which is a great page that you can track all of these bills. But some of the really critical ones is House Bill 200, which require that our law enforcement and local governments will cooperate with the federal immigration policies and continue to assist in harming our neighbors. That would be harmful. That is House Bill 200. House Bill 281 would require hospitals to cooperate with federal immigration policies. Now we're making people afraid to go get health care. And then House Bill 26, which is very similar to the last two, it would make it very dangerous for our immigrant families. House Bill 42 would require many agencies, including schools, remember that, including schools, to collect and report immigration and citizenship data, putting our children in danger. So please keep an eye on these bills. Please call your legislators. Please call Congress. Stop this madness. Protect our communities. And again, I remind you all, we stand here because we love our communities, and because every single member of our community is what makes this city so beautiful. It is what makes this city so amazing. It is what my family came to and why we stayed in the city. And what you see behind me is Columbus, and it is love. And we will continue that. Thank you again for having us here, City Council, and all the community leaders who came here today. Excuse me, I'm recovering from a cold. Who came here today to remind one another that we are in solidarity and that we will continue to be in solidarity and protect our city and make sure that it is a safe place for everyone to live, to love, to work, and to thrive. Thank you so much. I will now call my colleague, Representative Latina Humphrey.
Good morning, State Representative Latina M. Humphrey, proudly representing Ohio's 2nd House District, East Columbus, South Columbus, entire city of Whitehall, and then some of those surrounding cities. Listen, not going to take up too much of your time, and also do not want to repeat a lot of the important information it is that my colleagues have provided to you today, but I do want to reiterate that today is a temporary win. Today is a temporary win. That means Haitian immigrants get to continue to go to work. That means Haitian immigrants, their babies can continue to go to school. But it also means that they will continue to live in fear. So today is a temporary win. But it also means that we are to continue to fight. Continue to fight for Haitian immigrants who work in hospitals. Continue to fight for Haitian immigrants who work in factories. Continue to fight for Haitian immigrants who work in warehouses. Today, we continue to fight. Continue to fight for people who are here legally. Even though our federal government, this administration would like to make it seem as if these people, wonderful people, are not here legally. We are going to continue to fight for them to stay in this country. Means the fight is not over. It means we keep pushing on. It means that we keep showing up for our neighbors. But how we do that, the thing that I really wanted to reiterate to you all, is that we need to continue to push on and push back on Congress to extend TPS. It means that we continue to talk to our federal leaders like Senator Husted and Senator Bernie Moreno and allow them to understand that the people in Ohio, the people in Columbus, the people in Springfield, they need them to fight for them. Because these people contribute greatly to our culture, but if we're going to be honest, they contribute greatly to our communities. And if we let TPS fail, if we let TPS expire, this will economically devastate our communities. The same communities that Bernie Moreno represents, the same communities that Governor DeWine represents, the same communities that John Husted represents. It means we call on them because these are people who voted for them overwhelmingly. And if it is, we do nothing. We watch their communities be ravaged through. We watch their communities, we watch their people fall into economic devastation. So we continue to push back against this administration. But we have leaders who should not stand idly by while communities fail. So I'm urging everyone with one simple message: continue to call on Congress. Continue to push our governor. Continue to push on our senators to do the right thing. Haitian immigrants are doing the work. Immigrants make Ohio great. Immigrants make this country great. So if it is we want to continue to see our communities grow and thrive, we've got to call these people out. I am State Representative Latina M. Humphrey. Thank you all so much, and God bless.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, good people. My name is Seleshi Asfaw. I'm the President and CEO for ETSS Toronto Social Services, serving new Americans here in Central Ohio. I serve more than 25 years this community. They brought hope, they brought strength, they brought economic stability for our community. I don't see any other things other than building our cities and communities. So I serve the Haitians community for so many years in my North office, in West Side, even Silver Spring. I was there last year in 2025, and I met with all the civic leaders, churches, and community leaders and employers. There is nothing that they say except that they are hardworking, humble, and very productive people for Spring. They brought hope for Springfield, actually. But recently, we don't know where they are. We heard that they are very hungry. Even they couldn't pick up the phone that my case managers are calling because of fear that they don't know what they are going to do. And the saddest thing is that it is all status of refugee migrants, whether you are a citizen or lawful permanent resident or TPS, everybody is now in fear. It's very sad in our history. So I'm here today in solidarity to stand side by side with our city leaders, with you all, and our community leaders. Because I believe and I'm an advocate for a fair, humane, and really justice or bipartisan immigration policy, not mass deportation. That's not the solution really for our country. So thank you, Councilwoman Padilla, Lourdes Padilla. You are our champion, our mayor. As always, from the very beginning that you took over the mayor office, you said that consistently that you are valued and belong here. And Attorney General, I really appreciate your support, and all of you, thank you so much. Let's work together, let's stand together. That's the only way that we can survive. Thank you so much.
Good morning. I am Belkis Mercedes, and I'm the site coordinator for the Central Ohio Parent Leadership Training Institute. And today, I just want to say that this is clearly, without hesitation, that we stand in solidarity with our brothers and sisters of Haiti. At Central Ohio Parent Leadership Training Institute, we are rooted in civic and democracy. We support parent leaders. We help families raise their voices, participate at the table to make decisions in our democratic process. But today, we must be honest. Fear is a reality in our families. Families leave their home not knowing if they're going to return. So fear is not abstract. It lives in our kitchen. It lives in our workplace, in our schools, in our community. And if we're not serious about justice, we must address this, just like the elephant in the room. Okay. I know that many of you have seen and have heard about the border of Haiti, and you've probably seen it on Netflix or on TV. But I can say to you that I am from the Dominican Republic, so we share the island with Haiti. And I have been to the border of Haiti, and I have seen families cross over, Haitian families crossing over with a permit to purchase food, to purchase eggs, vegetables, and just their primary necessity, and cross over back to Haiti, not knowing if their products are gonna get home, if they're gonna be intersected by gang leaders, okay? And this is where we're planning to deport our Haitian families. So it's about knowing what, they're going back to. We have families that have TPS, that are here, that feel supported, that are not going through the struggles that they were going back in their country. So sending them back is setting them up for failure. Today, I am actually grateful that the judge has ruled in favor of keeping temporary protected status and protecting over 300,000 Haitian from deportation. Now, today, we're talking about Haitians being deported if they don't have TPS. Tomorrow, it could be about me. It could be about you. We're not exempt, from what this administration can come up with. So one attack on one immigrant community is an attack on all of us. Okay. At Central Ohio Parent Leadership Training Institute, we have worked directly with many families, including Haitian families. We know their strength, we know their resilience, and we know their leadership. They form part of our community, they contribute, and they're not a problem to manage. They are part of a fabric which we call community. While Haitian are the center of today's conversation, this moment calls for a broader solidarity. When any group is targeted, our democracy is weakened. We stand together across nationality, language, and background, and we are stronger than fear. So I urge you to continue to help families raise their voice. We will continue to help families advocate for themselves and also replace fear with resilience. Now, I charge each and every one of you to continue this fight, because this fight is not over. This fight will continue, but we have to stand strong to continue to fight and to continue to support each other. Thank you very much.
Good morning. I am Khalid Turani, Executive Director of Council on American Islamic Relations, CARE in Central and Southern Ohio. We, as the largest civil rights organization for Muslims in America, we are very concerned about the state of civil rights in America. Where did that bird come from? My goodness. That's exactly what they're trying to do. It is a distraction. It is a distraction. I mean, imagine there are 3 million documents, 1,200 girls who were trafficked, and not a single conviction. You release 3 million documents, and you can't find a single perpetrator, yet you come to Springfield and to Columbus to find the Haitians, and to wrap this whole thing in, it's about laws and it's about immigration and about immigration and law enforcement. We're not fooled by that rhetoric. We still remember when you accused the Haitian community of eating the dogs and the cats. Your politics really is there to, is an extension, actually, of your racism. It is that racist rhetoric that you started with, talking about Haitians eating the dogs and the cats, and now you just find a legal way to get rid of the Haitians. And you want to get rid of the Somalis and everybody who doesn't look like you or like your wife, who is an immigrant, or your mother, who was an immigrant. This whole thing is just such a distraction, and the idea of creating fear among the immigrant community, the Haitians who want to take his or her kids to schools and concerned that the school might cooperate with the federal government, creating fear. The man who might have to go to the hospital and being concerned that maybe the hospital will report the person, maybe that nurse or that doctor or that administrator just doesn't like people who look like they're from Haiti. And they will report them, and then ICE would come. So creating fear among the Somali community, among the Muslim community. But you know where else these policies are perpetuating and creating fear? It's creating fear in the red districts among the supporters of this kind of racist politics, that you have to fear the Haitians and the Somalis and the Muslims and the Latinos and everybody else. You have to be fearful of those people. So creating fear while the billionaire class is sucking the living life out of this country, a place where Students have to worry about their student loans. Families have to worry about food. When we are trying to bomb another country 6 or 7 or 10,000 miles away because also they are brown. This whole politics is about monopoly, basically. They just did. I mean, there's no outrage about $500 million that he and his kids, the day before inauguration, did with a foreign state, signing a deal for $500 million for his kids and for his family and for his business. And we are distracted with the bird here and with the Haitians and the Somalis and everybody else, other than them just kind of just monopolizing the entire country for their own benefit. We're standing in solidarity with our siblings in the Haitian community. We're standing in solidarity with our siblings in the Latino community and everybody else who is a target, whether there are Somalis, the mosques, and the places of worship. Now we are coming to the month of Ramadan, and Muslim Americans and Muslim immigrants who are in the Butler County Jail are not afforded the very basic human right of observing their faith and eating the food that they're allowed to eat according to their faith. All of this is very concerning, but to stand in solidarity is not only by just standing here is great, but also patronizing the businesses that are owned by immigrants, making sure, and this is to the rest of America. I mean, this is a very colorful representation of Columbus, of the Columbus community. But for people who are at home, please go and patronize the immigrant-owned businesses, whether they are grocery stores, whether they are restaurants. We at CARE, the Council on American Islamic Relations, we're partnering with others to make sure that the month of February is a month where we're going to go and patronize these businesses. ICE agents are parked at the entrance of some of these businesses. Some of them actually have to shutter down and not operate anymore because nobody wants to come to their businesses with the ICE agents parked at their entrance. Make sure that you patronize them, that solidarity is action. Solidarity is not only in rhetoric. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I know this was a longer lineup of a press conference, but we wanted to ensure that we had collective voices here, that we had really voices from the community, that it wasn't just us, that we truly stood in solidarity. I'm happy to, I know we lost some folks because of the time, but we're happy to take a couple questions. If we could keep the questions on topic. If you have questions about snow or everything else, I'm happy to answer those after that. But if we could keep it on topic for today, I'll take 3 questions if anyone has them. Yes, Jordan.
For, I don't know if the mayor, but for the city attorney client, I know that the federal law enforcement has not been sharing their plans with local leaders, but what do we know about if ICE is currently here and currently operating at a heightened level?
But Jordan, as you know, since the inception of ICE, there's always been an ICE presence in Central Ohio. The concern is the surges that we've seen across the country, but there is a baseline level of ICE operation. There is immigration enforcement that is necessary and proper. The concern is the surges that we've seen that are not necessary, that do bleed into the unconstitutional actions and the rounding up of individuals who are otherwise hardworking immigrants that are paying taxes in our community. You're correct. You pointed out there is no information sharing in that regard, and they don't share information with us, and we do our best to take information from the public when they see a surge of ICE to verify that and to inform the public that it's happening.
What do you know about right now?
I'm unaware right now that there's anything above the baseline level.
I think it's also important to note that even the local, with Operation Buckeye, even the local ICE office was not informed. So those tactical teams, those blitz teams that they're sending, they are coming from the federal government. They're not even letting their own local ICE agents know that they're coming. So, other questions anyone might have?
The city has been involved in lawsuits in the past against the federal government. Are there any that you guys are going to find now, especially with conversations surrounding potential ICE agents arresting people without warrants or entering homes?
So we are always in constant conversation with other cities and other community organizations that advocate on behalf of immigrants specifically, because this is an immigration ICE press conference. We'll continue to monitor, and at the moment we feel that we have a legal basis to protect the people that we love in our community, we'll go ahead and take action and do that.
Any last questions? Great. So I know our leaders are here. If folks have specific questions for them, or if they want to do a side interview, I know that they would be happy to talk to all of you. Thank you all for doing this story today, and thank you for being here. Everyone get home safe and stay warm.